Good morning, everyone. If you're watching live this morning, say hello in the chat. If you're watching on a replay later on, comment over there on YouTube or wherever. Check out our new YouTube channel. I'm just jumping right into the warm-up this morning. I don't really want to draw the same pose, though, as for the courageous cockatoo here. But this is just the warm-up, getting it ready. Great. We'll get back to the warm-up in a second. What is this? This is the VeeFriends Daily Comics Show. I'm DJ Coffman, the cartoonist here at VeeFriends. There I am. VeeFriends is over 280 characters with the mission to make positivity louder, make soft skills cool, gratitude, kindness, patience, created by Mr. Gary Vaynerchuk, also known as Gary V, which put the V in VeeFriends, just so you know, if you're not familiar. Check him out. Good morning, X-Moms over on Instagram. We're live on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, Facebook, LinkedIn. We're everywhere right now. Good morning, Lexi. Look at everyone commenting good day when you first said hello. That's right, say hello. Say hello in the chat. What we're going to do today is I'm going to open up a mini. I've got some of the new minis here, by the way. Hey, listen, I don't know what this music is playing right now. My Spotify started to play. Let's get rid of that. Oh, whoops. I've got some of the new minis, seasons 3 and 4 here. Compliments of the minis team. Scott, Mr. Squishy, gave these to me at VCON. So I'm just going to open up one now to put on my pencil. And also we're going to be doing some live comics, drawing the comic, live Q&A in the chat. I'll check out all the chats. New minis, yeah, we got the new minis. This is a season 4 I'm about to crack open right now. Not available yet, I don't think. No? Yeah, Mr. Squishy is such a good dude. He's full of a lot of energy. Okay, I honestly don't know which character this is. I think it's Mojo. It looks like Mojo Mouse to me, but it's actually Jackal, maybe? I'm not sure. I don't have the list of season 4 characters. Does anyone know? Either way, I'm not sure yet. I haven't seen the list of the actual characters. So this could, a Bubblegum, Jackal. Oh boy, I don't want to stop to find out. I need to get the list from someone. It's not Mouse. It looks like is it the Jackal? I don't know. Mystery. See, I don't know. Mojo Mouse? That would be awesome if it's a Mojo Mouse. It's a Bubblegum, that's for sure. So yeah, live Q&A. I'll check the chat. Big Game Bandicoot? No, it's not Big Game Bandicoot. Yeah, I like the colors of these new seasons too. The capsules, we got purple and green, my two favorite colors really, and then we got a nice light blue and pink compared to the, you know, the orange and yellow. So I'm going to be getting a lot more of those. Anyways, I'm also going to pull from this gratitude jar. There is at VCON, I had people fill up a gratitude jar full of these post-it notes. So, wow, I'm really big on there. What's going on? Hey, hold on a second. Let me fix this. This is a mess right there. What's going on? All kinds of, everything is on this. Let's get rid of the CTAs. And then let's put my, what is happening here? DJ Cam needs to go top. There we go. It's me. It's a little bigger view of me, but I've got all these post-it notes here, as you can see. I'm just going to go ahead and open one and make sure I open it a little off screen, just in case there's a phone number on here. But at VCON, people said what they were grateful for, and they were able to win the gratitude jar. All right. Oh, this one says, I'm grateful to Chad and Christy who got me places to stay when my plane got canceled. I think that's Adrian. Awesome. So good friends helping out. I'm going to open up a few more of those during the stream. This is Wednesday. I'll be live 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Thursday and Friday as well this week. And then next week I'm going to plan some evening streams, I think, for our West Coast folks. By the way, just a real quick plug before I get into this. The new YouTube channel. Please subscribe. VeeFriends Comics on YouTube. We're going to be doing a lot more over here, so I'm trying to funnel a lot of you from X are watching. Make sure you're watching this. It does look like Mojo Mouse. I gotta get some confirmation on that. So I won't know until I get a detailed version. Let's see. Instagram. Good morning. Good morning. Chels. I'm almost positive it's the mouse. Good morning. And good morning, everyone. Thanks for reading, watching, engaging. Appreciate that. Those are the minis. Someone asked what those were. We've got these machines all over the country. You can go to VeeFriends.com and look up minis. I'll just show you real quick. What's up? VeeFriends.com. Click this big button here that says minis. And then you'll be able to find a store near you. You can download the collector's guide and see the current seasons, except for the new season I'm opening now is not on here. So this is season 1. This is season 2. I got some of these season 1 and 2. Intuitive Iguana. I like the detailed ones, just cause, you know. But that's that. I was already starting the warm-up here in this file. I'm going to do Courageous Cockatoo today because that was one of the characters that was highlighted during Gary's speech keynote at VCON. So I thought it might be fun to draw this one. He's got a little bit different bird face than the other birds. So this first time I've drawn him. I'm just going to go ahead and restart this real quick. Also set my timers. Oh boy. There we go. How's everybody doing? Good morning over on YouTube. Jonathan, Peg, Steve. Appreciate you guys hanging out on YouTube. We're definitely going to be building out a lot more on the YouTube channel. And that's where we're going to be building future community. So check that out. The new YouTube channel. Let's start a different pose. Like this pose, I was kind of mimicking that pose. I want to try a little bit different pose here. I think. So the first thing I do is draw small. I'm gonna go this way with it instead. I just kind of get the silhouette, the shape of our bird friend here. I'm going to kind of just give him a little bit different pose, featuring his little feathers at the end. We're going to get with this, just to change it up a little bit. This is the warm-up, so I know people watching, some people are like, this doesn't look good. This is just a composition sketch, so I'm kind of getting the overall pose down with these like scribbles, you know, like anything like this, whatever. And then I take that and I blow that up, and now fade that out a little bit. As I'm working on it, I'll talk a little bit about some of my... be talking all week, probably for the next couple weeks, maybe about some thoughts from VCON. There's a lot to digest. There was a lot that went on. A lot of I've had so many conversations. I was at the booth a few scheduled times for like 45 minutes at a time. But then other than that, I was able to be free and just kind of move around and go meet the people. And that was really cool. Got recognized a lot there, which was interesting. Definitely the most I've ever been recognized. I've been in comic books for a while and had some, fans there that might recognize me, or sometimes people will recognize me from my old YouTube channel or my other YouTube channel and brand. But definitely interesting to be, hey DJ, hey, love the comics and stuff like that. So I really appreciate all the love from VCON. Also got some good feedback, from people. People are really enjoying seeing more characters in the strips. I'm definitely take all of your feedback. I heard about the feedback of the stream times. People really like the streams or listening in, but some people on the West Coast can't join the streams live. So next week I'm going to schedule some evening streams, probably 8 p.m. streams, just a couple, maybe 2 8 p.m. streams per week, and 2 8 p.m. streams per week, and then the rest will be morning streams, I think. I gotta figure out the calendar a little bit, but that makes sense. And I gotta figure out my own, make sure it's good. I'd like to stay married, that's what I say. Happy wife, happy life. If I'm like constantly just drawing comics, then I don't exist. Don't worry, we make time. Yeah, so Courageous Cockatoo here. Gary mentioned it in the speech in his keynote about taking that kind of leap of faith. And at some point he said, like last VCON, he told people quit your day job kind of thing. And it's funny because that was part of my story. So I stood up when he said that, because I was like, I did quit my job last year to come work for VeeFriends. Change jobs. Wasn't really my plan, but that was fun. Then I saw Blaze from the community too. I didn't know that about Blaze, that he had done the same thing. He quit his job and then went on to be even more successful. But it takes a lot of courage. So courageous cockatoo, to step up if you're unhappy in a relationship. And Gary wouldn't go there with relationships, your personal relationships. I do sometimes on this stream, because that was part of my, personal story too, is getting out of bad relationships. It takes some courage to do that, because it's not always about being in your comfort zone. It's like, it's uncomfortable to want to make a change or not want to hurt someone's feelings, or it's going to be uncomfortable to have that you don't know what's next. You don't know if it's a job. You're like, how am I going to make ends meet? If it's a relationship, you're like, oh my goodness. But I do believe that the happiness angle is the main thing. Hey, good morning, Craig. Craig's in Australia. G'day, mate. So stereotypical. Morning over on TikTok. Thanks for joining, stopping by. I don't expect you to watch the entire stream. I know some of you do. It's 90 minutes. 90 minutes of drawing. I'm going to get into some comic strips here heavily in a minute. This is Courageous Cockatoo warm-up. But yeah, I remember thinking back, must have been October 2022. I was very unhappy just personally at my job. I'd been there for 10 plus years, and I thought, I gotta get out of here. There was this overwhelming feeling of like, I'm not getting any younger, and I want to do more creative stuff again, like on my own, comics and whatnot. Specifically comic strips I really wanted to get back into, and nobody cared about that stuff. But so it was definitely an active leap of faith to leave that job and leave that job behind. Fine job, but you know, just been there too long. Ironically, twist of fate would be that they were one of the sponsors of this year's VCON. So it was Spreadshop I worked for years. Helped build that up in North America. Worked with some of the top YouTubers. A lot of the YouTubers became good friends of mine. Shout out to Daniel Batal and Roberto Blake and Nick Nimmin, all those dudes. Brian Johnson, all the people that teach, all the bigger people are good friends of mine now, so it's definitely one of my other families beyond VeeFriends. There's your courageous cockatoo warm-up. That's great. 222 people watching live across all channels right now. Let's open up another mini, one of these new seasons here. Oh, that's not a new season. Get out of here. Let's do, I got season 4 versus season 3. So pink or purple, put it in the chat. Pink or purple, pink or purple, pink or purple. I'm going to give it a couple seconds. Good morning, Helmet. Ruthless Rob over on YouTube. Appreciate you watching. Again, I appreciate if you're just going to stop by and say hello in the chat before you leave. Brian Johnson is the lead singer of AC/DC. I didn't know that. I'll tell him. What tablet am I using? This is a iPad Pro. Let's see. We're going to do this real quick. Oh, come on. You can't get 3 votes, but pink. Pink. Callie's Miniverse says pink. Craig had said pink. What do we got? PP. Pink. Pink. Oh, pink it is, man. Pink just went through the roof. So let's open up this. I don't really know the characters in these. I know a couple. I've seen a Detailed Burglar. I've seen the Ambitious Angel and Fearless Fairy. So we got a whole new set of 2 seasons coming out of these real soon. Let's crack this open and see what's in there. We got a Bubblegum Ambitious Angel. I like her. I like the wings. Alright, I think that beats the mouse here. It's got to be Mojo Mouse. It's hard to... I don't have a list. I do have a list somewhere, I just haven't looked it up. Somewhere in the back end. Somewhere. Looks a little weird on the pencil there. Okay, good. Okay. So we got the Ambitious Angel here on the pencil. Let's put this in the recycling bin. Keep that plastic out of the oceans. Right. Cool. That gold. Yeah, there's a golden Gary B in that one. That's funny. I saw it. It's really neat. I'm sure you're going to end up finding it, Craig. Craig's like one of the biggest Gary B fans. Jay, good morning. Hey, if you're popping in, popping out, just say hello, say goodbye. License plate girl, what's up? How are you? Haven't seen you around in a while. Well, come back. I had to shut off for a while. I get it. Wish I would have met you at VCON. Wish I could have got you out there or something. But next time. Next VCONs. Next VCONs. There will be many more in the future, I think. I don't know. That's not alpha. I'm just saying. I'm sure there's going to be something where we can all get together. Okay, so let's jump into an actual comic strip here. I want to get going a little bit earlier than I usually do. Again, this is VeeFriends. VeeFriends.com, over 280 characters to make positivity louder, make soft skills cool, gratitude, kindness, patience. Say hello in the chat. Thank you for reading and watching. Subscribe to the new YouTube channel, VeeFriendsComics.com, or VeeFriends Comics. Here's a shortcut, VeeFriendsComics.com, YT Comics. You're going to want to be a subscriber of the new channel. There's a lot of new comics and animation coming, and live streams and community built there. Appreciate you helping us build that community out on YouTube. I really do. So I'm going to get into this one. We're going to just turn off the script for right now, except that, nope. Turn off the script for right now. You can see what I've done. It's very similar to my warm-ups, where I've got some shapes here of where the characters go. And I'll get here and start doing some penciling and inking. Probably on this first panel. We'll try to get the first panel completely done maybe in this hour. That's kind of a goal. Maybe when our timers go off in 15 minutes or so, we'll open another mini. We got a couple more minis to do here. We have 3 more to open today. I really want a burglar. My wife already has a burglar. Over 1,000 likes in less than 5 minutes. Going to 2,000. Thank you, VCON. VCON's in there pumping up this chat over on TikTok. Someone told me they did like an auto tapper. I think it was Barista. He was like, one day I just set it to like da-da-da-da-da. Like, hey, thanks a lot. We really want people to go watch on the new YouTube channel too, so just so you know. Okay, let's get in here and I'll talk a little bit more about VCON memories. I don't really have my organized thoughts yet. It's still a lot to digest. Yesterday I was a little bit jet lagged because I didn't get in till midnight. I didn't get really home till midnight the night before, really. So it was basically, my wife said like, hey, it's like you're waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning now that you've acclimated to the West Coast. And I'm like, oh man, I didn't think about that. But it's Gratitude Gorilla Week in the comics. So we got a lot of our favorite Blue Monkey. No offense to Bombastic Baboon. No offense, Baboon. But yeah, VCON was a lot of fun. Like I said, I was able to just kind of float around a little bit. I couldn't really walk too far without getting recognized and someone asking me for like a sketch, and I tried my best to draw for everyone if I could. It was really hot. Be very candid with you that I wasn't too, I mean, the drawings were fine. As an artist, you're always gonna, be critical of your own work, so people were happy even to get a head sketch, of something. So that was cool. But the inks were like not adhering to the paper well because of the heat and the humidity. I'm not used to drawing outside in that kind of climate. But it was okay. It was all right. I just want everybody to get the best. Just, it's my own thing as an artist. I don't want to give you junk. But I mean, to me, to you, it was amazing. To me, I'm like, I could have done better than that. I could have done a little bit better. But guess what? Next time, I'll draw you something again, maybe. And, I had to shut off the, there's no real system to getting those sketch cards. It's just if I'm feeling it and whatnot. But anyways, I tried to draw for as many people as possible. I really like having the conversations with everyone on the ground. kind of learning about what you do, and it's really interesting because like Gary probably hears it a lot more because of the hundreds or thousands of people that he talks to in line. But what's interesting to me is what kind of we already know now, but it's interesting to hear and see for myself would be that everybody's kind of dealing with the same stuff on different degrees and different levels of life. You know, everyone has like this imposter syndrome. Even famous people, you know, have this imposter syndrome. Like sooner or later, they're going to figure me out and kick me out of here. There's an imposter syndrome is real, and you know, I don't really have that. I think you can get to a point mentally where you can break through that. When you feel that, you got to lean into it. I told the story yesterday. I was feeling a little bit like, as I was sitting there and I knew a lot of people were watching me, there was a table of people that sat down and they were wearing like sunglasses, and I couldn't tell if they were looking at me or not. And it just felt like they were, and I was like, oh man, I don't know, I just got a vibe, like my spider sense was tingling a little bit, like, and I was like, are they like judging me? Like, are they judging my art? It was maybe not impressed or so. I don't know. I just was all in my head. It was all in my head. But then I realized, wait a minute, I think I recognize the guy. That's why I kept thinking, like, the one guy, I recognize him. I don't know who he is. Like, how do I know this guy? And then it hit me that the one guy who wasn't wearing sunglasses was Eddie Gangland. So I got to meet Eddie Gangland. I just went up to him and, hey, Eddie. And I said, I'm DJ, I draw the comic. And he just got up, was like, whoa, man, this is awesome. Like, he said he, you know, sees what's going on with VeeFriends, and he's like super, you know, super excited. And so that was a cool event. But if had I stayed in like that shell of like, oh no, I don't know if these people will like me, or they seem cooler than me, like I'm a, you know, like that internal dialogue that people have, everyone's got it. You just got to know how to, when you hear yourself doing that, you got to be like, nope, I'm gonna lean into it. Stage Hand Salad, glad your kid likes the stuff I sent, the card and the minis. I threw a bunch of stuff in there. Yeah, that's great. Back to school is happening, I guess, for a lot of parents. Hot piece of toast. Do I draw traditionally as well? I do. Here we were just talking about the art cards that I've been doing for some people in the community. Here's Sally was just mentioning the card I drew for her son Connor. He got that card, the Eagle card. And this will be growing. They're tracking the cards as they come out or as they get seen. But yeah, this is all ink on paper. And I approach everything I draw digitally. As a traditional drawing, so that's why I start with, you know, some pencils, and I kind of at this stage what I'm doing is I'm kind of like, it's like clay. It's like I'm molding the pose. I can kind of move them around a bit. Like I can take him and say, okay, I can now move him to be a little bit bigger in this panel. Not too worried about the This was the gratitude jar from the show. What are the brushes that I'm using? I use my own brushes. They're called Jar Dye Pencil. The inking one is free. I've got a free pencil too. If you want to check those out, they're at Gumroad. gumroad.com/brushes, or no, /comics. Gumroad.com/comics. Those are my brushes. I made my own Procreate brushes just because, but I only use a pencil brush. I only really use my pencil brush and the Smooth Train brush. Smooth Train is the inker that's free. And I got a couple others here for coloring that I made. Gouache brushes and whatnot. Try to get through them all. How you made your sketch blurry? Okay. This sketch here underneath was on a different layer. So I'm in Procreate. What I do is, that's how dark it was before. I just 2-finger tap on the layer, and then I can slide the opacity back and forth like that. So you 2-finger tap on the layer, brings up the opacity layer, opacity function, option, whatever. And then I just fade that out. But I'm just kind of placing where the characters are going to go. You know, just a general idea here. Let me just do this real quick. Whoop, that's the plug thing. Nope. Turn this on. So I do the text in there, put the balloons kind of where the balloons might go, and then yeah. Thought it'd be fun to work a little bit on this second panel too. Appreciate you watching over there, D. Coleman over on TikTok. Make sure that you guys are also, maybe not right now, but if you would, the YouTube channel, the new YouTube channel, VeeFriends Comics. VeeFriends.com/YT Comics will get you there. Subscribe for comics. We've got some animation, live streams, and community happening over there. And let's take a look at, one second, let me see here real quick. For those that have been asking for the some nighttime streams, next week I'll do some nighttime streams. I'll try that out. Hey, if you wouldn't mind, let's do a little call to action here. If you go to Instagram right now, we can read today's comic. It looks like this. Go ahead and on the comic on Instagram, just to give them a little love over on the Insta channel. If you could say that you're watching the stream right now, let's read this comic together. This is on the Instagram. Got about 8 people watching on Instagram right now, live. Go over to the page and let's see, switching devices. Hot Piece of Toast. Hey, Hot Piece of Toast, what's up? I missed your message there. She's in the Daily Drawing Club. Enough problems drawing. So yeah, over on Instagram, check this out. This person is struggling to find gratitude. All I see are the bad things. Sounds like you need a 3-monkey system. What's that? And here we've got our 3 wise monkeys. Be mindful of what you're consuming first thing in the morning. It can make or break your day. So, got any tips, guys? We got our 3 monkeys here: offense-oriented orangutan, moral monkey, and bombastic baboon. Basically our versions of the see no, hear no, say no. Hear no evil, see no evil. So the tips from them are: don't pick up your phone first thing in the morning. Pick up a book instead. And read about the power of gratitude and try journaling. Do that instead of turning on the news in the morning. Do that first. Don't pick up your phone, pick up a journal. Moral Monkey here says, block out the negative noise. If somebody is complaining, don't take part. Just avoid that gossip. Put your That's the ultimate. Just put your fingers in your ears. Just walk away. Maybe listen to your favorite music instead. If you hear somebody complaining, you know what I'm talking about. Try to slowly back away from that with your fingers in your ears. That won't make them mad at all. Morning, Rocky. What's up? And then, of course, we have Bombastic Baboon, who is the say no. So think before you speak. Words have the power to hurt or heal. So bombastic, I kind of feel like Bombastic Baboon here. Instead of, thinking about what you're saying, speak words of gratitude and watch your world change. So if you say what you're thankful for, then, or, just saying nice, kind words to people, your feeling, your energy will change around you for sure. Because on the other side of that bombasticness, it might just be like, I'm going to tell you how I really feel, and then you say something and it hurts people's feelings and you had no idea, and you were just being like bombastic for attention, right? And Bombastic Baboon really struggles with that, I think. Where you just kind of like, sometimes it just comes out. Sometimes he just has to say, what's that over there? Okay. So yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Gonna get back to the comic now. Did I create all these characters, pal? No, I did not. Let's just reset that real quick. Good reset moment. I'm surprised I didn't talk about this at all in the Daily Club, but maybe I didn't. VeeFriends. I got hired to draw for the VeeFriends. It's over 280 characters created by Gary Vaynerchuk. This guy right here, this smiling dude. There he is. Hey. He goes by the name of Gary V on the internet, hence the word V in VeeFriends. So VeeFriends is his way to kind of amplify the types of content he's been doing for quite a while. Positivity, soft skills, gratitude, candor. We have a trading card game, and we've got the minis. That's these guys, these little mini pencil toppers. This is Ambitious Angel, and I believe this is Mojo Mouse. The tail up his back. This is a good time to open one of these, actually. Let's do it. Let's do season 3 versus season 4. I have no idea what's going to be in these. These are brand new from VCON, from Mr. Squishy himself. We went behind the booth and I said, dude, look, hook me up, man. Hook me up. I'm going to do some streams this week. I'm going to open up some of those new minis. Here we go. So purple or blue in the chat. Purple or blue in the chat. I want to give a couple seconds here. You get 90s Nickelodeon vibes from that Bombastic Baboon. That's good. I love all the 90s Nickelodeon stuff. Funny, the theme song from the new VeeFriends show is written, I think, by people that did the Fairly Odd Parents. I'm trying to think of their names. Oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue, guys. It'll come to me. It's a couple that make songs. Blue. Okay, so we got blue. All right, there we go. Here's them coming in now. Blue. Megan says blue. Sally got blue. All right, I think we're at blue. Oh yeah. So Fairly. I think they did the songs for Fairly Odd Parents. I'm almost positive. The same people that made our theme song. Now that the theme song's been played, I can probably play it on the stream too. Maybe I'll do that. Let's see what's in this one. Let's see who's in here. What do we got? It is a Bubblegum Heart Trooper. Pulling a lot of Bubblegums today. Still doesn't beat Ambitious Angel to me. It's a bubblegum kind of day. Here, these smell like bubblegum. That's what I mean. All right, let's get back to drawing some comics here. Let's do that. I was a little bit jet lagged yesterday. I usually don't get any kind of jet lag, but I was tired all day. I was feeling a little bit tired. Okay, let's get back into this one. So I'm going to have two characters here, and I think what I'm going to do is I want to have it be... let's just put this in here, put some reference in of a strip that I had once. It's going to be these guys. What am I drawing on? This is an iPad Pro. It might look a little bit fancier, but it's just sitting in a thing called a Sketchboard Pro. That's it. It is a new iPad Pro. If you know the saga of my other iPad Pro dying, just started not taking charge, well, the saga got worse, guys. Let me tell you about this. So I dropped off that old iPad on July 29th. I'll answer your questions too as I'm going. Hot Piece of Toast said, how long does it take me to do a whole strip? Usually the dailies, these 4-panel guys like this, will take 4 or 5 hours, depending on how many characters are in it or how much background. And then the big Sunday strips, which I don't have a Sunday strip here. What's going on? What's happening? I have to have a Sunday strip in here. I just don't believe it. I don't. Why don't I have a Sunday strip in here? Well, the Sunday strips take about double. About 10 hours. So it's a full work day. This is a full-time job, you know? Where am I? August. Move that over there. I could also check to see like how long something took me. Like, so I could go to this one and I can say canvas size, canvas information, 4 hours, 36 minutes on this one. And that doesn't include, I guess that's just on-screen drawing time. So sometimes if I accidentally keep my screen open, I think it still calculates it that it was on my screen. So yeah, it's cool. So over here I'm going to have sorry, I'm going to check up on your chats real quick. Yeah, so cool to meet everybody at VCON. Rob and Rocky. Don't get the chance to do that much, but it's so cool to meet in person. Something about real life is way better, way cooler to me. I like to hear stories and whatnot. Anyways, I'm going to tell a little story about my iPad situation. Because this is a brand new iPad, and I usually hold off because I'm just cheap. I don't like to spend money. But my old iPad had died a couple weeks ago, you know. The power thing. So I took it to a third-party place that sent it out for repair, thinking like, well, at least I'll be able to get some of the files off of it that I'm going to lose. Because I guess I hadn't properly backed it up. I thought I did, but all of our comic files are okay for print and that, but it sucks because there's a lot of video on that too of the process that I wanted to get. That's my main concern right now. I called for an update yesterday to the repair place, and it's the second time I've called now because I dropped it off on the 29th of July, and it said the 8th would be the pickup date. Well, I called and they're like, nope, don't know anything, can't call anybody, just call back later. And I was like, really? Oh, okay. So I got back from VCON and I called yesterday, and the same guy, he seemed annoyed with me, and I was starting to get annoyed because I'm like, hey man, I just want some information. Like, can you track is there a tracking? I just want to make sure, did it show up? And he's like, I don't really know, man. And then I just was like, I was getting a little frustrated, so I just said like, okay, so what you're telling me is you don't know if my stuff is anywhere, and you can't tell me when. I just have to be more patient, and it's already been way over time. How do I know that this thing even made it to where it's going? And he's like, don't worry, man, it did. And then he got a little weird on the phone, and I said like, can I have your name? And he hung up on me. And I was like, dude, what? Dude hung up on me, and then so I was cooled down a little bit. I was like, oh, I wanted to call right back. I waited about 20 minutes and called back and got another guy, the guy that originally helped me at the place. And I'm thinking, these guys don't. So he's obviously worried now. The other guy's obviously worried he's going to lose his job or something for hanging up on me. And his other employee was covering, saying, listen, we've got a landline here. It must have been that the landline disconnects occasionally. Yeah. And I said, so the landline disconnects when I ask you what your employee name is. That's interesting. I just wanted to know who I was talking to, you know. But I eased their mind. And I said, listen, guys, I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble. Nobody's going to lose their job. I'm not reporting you guys or anything like that. I just want to know who I'm talking to, you know, like, that's all. I just want the iPad back. If it's broken, I still want it back, you know. Because I want to bury it in my backyard like a funeral. Like, that's what I'm going to do. Or maybe not. Maybe that's not good for the environment. I don't know. Don't tell anybody. I'm going to bury it back there. Put a little gravestone. Rest in peace, iPad. And then they were like, oh, okay. So then they started to find information on my order and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, man. This is... you know, this is incredible. Can't believe the guy hung up on me. Like, it was like, and then they tried to cover for each other, and I was like, I get it, I understand. They don't know. They're just, everybody's working a job like that they don't want to be at. I've been there, man. I don't want to cause you any kind of problems, but I just wanted my iPad back. So anyways, that's where that's at. They're waiting. I guess it only started to get worked on the night before last at like 7 o'clock at night. So now I'm going to wait a few more days and call back. But it sounds to me like it's not going to be fixed. Which, you know, it happens. That's life. Again, I feel fortunate that I can, you know, replace it. And that's how it goes sometimes. Life be like that sometimes. Good morning, Orion, over on X. We got the genuine draft. I just wanted to do a call back to them wearing the gas masks. I did get a lot of, like, some people have told me this was one of their favorite strips. I just heard that at VCON, actually. They're like, I loved when the characters were doing different things, like wearing gas masks and being goofy. And I was like, that's cool. I'm glad to hear that, because I really like this one specifically where they're wearing gas masks. And it's really funny because last night Andy sent me these ideas. So I said I'll flesh them out in the morning. And so that's what I'm working on now. It's kind of a newer idea. It has to do with candor and Gratitude Gorilla's breath stinking. So I was like, oh, gas masks. And it just connected, so I gotta draw them wearing their gas masks here again. And really, what I'd like to do is like I like the connections between things. So like, if you're reading a comic strip from us or something I've drawn, and I've always done this with my web comics too in the past. If you see a giraffe, I want you to think about our giraffe. And not only that, but now if you see a gas mask, I want you to think about that specific strip are like, oh, gas mask, genuine giraffe, you know. Which you would think like genuine giraffe would be like down for candidness, but he doesn't want to hurt anyone's feelings, you know, which is the point of this strip actually. And old Alert Ape here will also have his gas mask on. And then we're going to jump over and do some candid clownfish who jumps in here to be candid with everybody. So yeah, that's how I would do it. I have to draw the head first and then draw the mask around it, right? To make it look good. So I'll just at least sketch the whole. And that'll be green, you know, a green shield kind of thing. Just like this. Just like that, pretty much. Just a made-up gas mask so you can still kind of see who the character is inside. Yeah, candid isn't mean. It's just sometimes it takes some. You know, you don't want to hurt your friend's feelings. So you still might be genuine, but not wanting to hurt their feelings. Right? Exactly. Hey, morning. K-Save, Keith, over on YouTube. Remember, guys, VeeFriends is over 280 characters designed to make positivity louder, created by Gary V, hence the V in VeeFriends, and making soft skills cool. Gratitude, kindness, patience. Thank you for reading, watching, engaging. Also, I'm just going to push. Go and subscribe to the VeeFriends Comics YouTube channel. We're going to be doing more in the future, probably some exclusive streams on the YouTube channel. Right now, I'm broadcasting across a lot of our channels right now. But we're doing a lot more comics and animation and live streams, and the community is going to be building out a bit on YouTube. So there's your quick plug there. Let's get back to the strip. But yeah, jumping all over the place with the stories today. But yeah, the iPad situation was good. People ask what I'm drawing on. That's how I get that kicked off. This is the new iPad with the nano texture. I'm gonna turn this off a little bit so you can kind of see a little bit. Maybe not. There's a non-glare on this nano texture. I used to use the paper cover, but the nano texture is kind of nice. It's smooth, but it's not. You know, it's not. It's not going to scratch. Hopefully. That's a timer for something, but 8:55. I'm not ready to open a mini yet. We're not ready for that yet. We'll get some more drawing done here. But appreciate you watching, chilling out. I don't expect people to watch the entire streams, but I appreciate it. And I appreciate you saying hello in the chat before you leave. Gives us a little bit of engagement dust, magic engagement dust. Megan, I did send it. I went to Apple, and they said they couldn't really do anything. They don't repair it. They would just replace it if it was under warranty, and it was out of warranty. It was older. So I couldn't fix the iPad from Apple, so I had to go to a third-party place, which was the problem. I really don't feel like the third-party place knew what they were doing, but that's okay. It's all right. It's okay. The charging port just stopped charging. Like one night, it was just like, uh-oh. It was receiving power, but it wasn't charging up the device. So. I like that. I'm going to shrink these guys down a little bit more just because I want to get the back of the giraffe's head in the shot. yeah, so one of the feedbacks I got from VCON, a lot of people said they like to watch the restreams, but that they can't join, of course, because it's like way too early in the morning for the West Coast people. So next week, sometime today, I'm going to figure out the schedule for next week. I'm going to do 2 nighttime streams, like 2 8 p.m. streams, East Coast time, which will give you an evening stream out there in the West Coast. Maybe on your drive home or whatever. Chill out while you're cooking dinner. I don't know. We'll try it out. Which might be an interesting schedule, because maybe I'm like, hey, it's 8 o'clock at night. I'm doing a stream for an hour and a half. And then I'll see you back there in the morning. You know, we'll finish up whatever we're drawing in the morning. And that could be fun. All right, cool. So over here, we have candid clownfish kind of swimming in. I was going to have them swimming through the air. It doesn't have to make sense. It's a cartoon. It doesn't have to always be water, I don't think. He could be a fish out of water for a minute, hot minute. Check him out. Can I play the theme song? It's a good question. Maybe tomorrow. I don't have it queued up. But it's a cool. I like it. It's a cool theme song. They were playing it at VCON a little bit. Not many people knew what it was. I didn't really say. It was just playing. But every time I was at the booth and it was playing, I'm like, hey, listen to that. That's the new theme song. The Lofties, that's who wrote it. The Lofties. It's a husband and wife team. They make many awesome animation theme songs. I think they did stuff for. They've got quite a portfolio of things they've done. And they made us a pretty hype theme song for VeeFriends, so I think. I don't know. I wanted to be looking kind of serious here. He's jumping in with his clownfish energy. That'll be orange. That'll be white. This will be orange. And his fin comes off of the orange. And I kind of want to have him like, you know, even though like they don't have hands, I can make the mannerisms like stretch a little bit. So like maybe his fin comes out and kind of points up like a finger. You see? And that would be the underneath of his fin, I guess. So that was some of the feedback I got. Was people really do enjoy the way that we put the expressions, the different poses and expressions on the characters. They like seeing them in different poses, and like they just like seeing them doing different stuff. And that's definitely feels good for me, because that's what we've been doing here at the comic strip. And that's cool. Another thing is that a couple people came up and said that they had no idea the comic existed, and I was like, well, I don't know how you don't know. I mean, it's in all the emails. I think once a week there's an email that comes out, so they must not be reading the emails from VeeFriends, because they usually take at least one of the comics and put it up. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. If you don't know the comics exist, then you're not paying much attention. I don't really feel like it's our fault. But all I can do is keep putting out comics. But now you know. That's the thing, right? Like, well, now you know. That's what I told this one guy. I had no idea. I think maybe he was more into like the crypto side, but he wasn't watching the... That's the only thing I could think of, was like, he's more into the digital collectibles side. We have a lot of entrepreneurs too that don't really, that are just like into Gary stuff, and they're not really into our stuff, which we can bridge that gap. I think it's like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now, if you like Gary, you like watching Gary and following Gary and listening to Gary, Gary wants you to read the comics. Gary wants you to read and consume this stuff, not because of whatever. It's more like, we've heard from people that say like, hey, I needed that comic in my life this morning. Like, it came just at the right moment. You know, that kind of vibe. And you might think, might make you think about your day a little bit different as well. Start your day with something positive, or, you know, maybe the strip today about the 3 wise monkeys, maybe that'll make you a little more aware of your thoughts. Ruthless Rob, what's up? He said coffee and VeeFriends Comics is the only way to start your morning. Always cheers to you. I'm DJ Coffman. I don't know I don't know what's going on. Let's take a little break here. Author? Maybe it goes above there. There, that's me. That me? It me. This is me. Hey, you know what? I got this bag of gratitude notes from VCON here. Let's open up one. I'm gonna open up one of these right now. What I did at VCON, I'll make sure there's not a phone number on it. I had people write down every day something that they were thankful for and put it in the gratitude jar. And boy, this one's really stuck. Wow. Uh-oh. This one is like really glued shut. Okay, we'll get it. We'll get it. No, I don't want any phone numbers on here, that's all. Usernames is okay. I am thankful for Miss Satya on X.com, my mom, plus my past. Love is the way. Thank you, DJ. That was from, I'm not sure who it's from, but I think that's Mrs. Satya, I think. Can't really read the handwriting. Anyways, appreciated all of these. I've got them all. Keeping them. Sure, try and get them all to Gary at some point. Let's open up another one real quick, because it's almost like, it's almost addicting, like the ripping of the minis and stuff. Let's open this one. Okay, what do we got? That's nice. There is this is from Bisexual Barista. We know him. Or Bicep Barista, not bisexual. Is it Bicep Barista? I'm grateful for the support my mother has given me to get me where I am today. That's awesome. That's very nice. Definitely try to write down things that you're thankful for makes a difference. To write it out and then review it. Got another little comic coming about that as well. So, but in the meantime, I'll fade that out a little bit. And we'll get to some inks. Here, I'll check your comments. Is there a VeeFriend about attention? Maybe alert ape? Like paying attention? Alert ape maybe? Attention. Anybody else in the community? Do we have a VeeFriend that you think is about attention? Oh boy, I'm gonna scroll through here real quick. Hey, the mini machines are really cool, man. It's a good opportunity. Go to VeeFriends.com and, you know, I'll show you real quick again. VeeFriends.com. If you're on VeeFriends.com, you click minis. And while you're doing that, you can go up to the comic corner up here and click comic corner. I had a lot of feedback that it was hard to find the comics on the website, that they're not like right here. But comic corner is where all the comics live. And we've got all of the archives of the comics. You can go in and pick pretty much any one you want. And take a look, download it, whatever. But back to that, we go back to VeeFriends Minis. And there's a button here that says become a vendor. You can click that. And then there's a whole bunch of information about how to become a vendor. Some people have these in their house. Some people have put them in the stores. But yeah, you can apply for these machines. They're really cool. I'm gonna get one, I think, for the backdrop here. Makes sense. It makes sense. Let's just, now that we've done that, let's open one real quick. And then I'm gonna get to inking. Purple or green in the chat. Let's do it. Hey, I appreciate your kind words. It is content condor, not content condor. Content condor. Content, as in content, not content. Just so you know. Green versus purple. Let's go. I'm gonna look at the chats here. Purple. Okay, we got. Here they come. Purple, Andy. Greens, Sally. Greens. Oh wait, green, Sally. We got purple. We got green from Megan. We got green from Steve, and we got green from Ruthless Rob. That's it. Green it is. Green it is. This is a season 4 mini. These are not out yet. Again, thanks to Mr. Squishy and the minis team for giving me a few of these to open up on the stream here. You can see what they look like if you're not. They have a little wrapper, little zipper, and then we just pop that open. See who's in here. Hey, we got a diamond ambitious angel. Diamond angel. Nice. Oh yeah, that definitely beats the ambitious. I mean fearless fairy. I'm sorry. It beats the ambitious angel off. We got a diamond fearless. Has knocked the angel off the pencil. The fearless fairy diamond. Nice. Nice one. That's the rarest one that you can pull. That's sweet. Let's throw these in the recycling bin. Kind of clean up. Guys, my office is a mess. I really need to clean. I really need to clean this. I got capsules and I got paper everywhere. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, it's actually the Fearless Fairy. Diamond. Diamond Fearless Fairy. She's even got the little wand. It's hard to see that there, but good morning, B-Town. Morning. Megan jumped over to the YouTube channel. Thanks a lot for that. Again, VeeFriends is 280 characters. Got a lot of new people joining the stream right now, so VeeFriends is over 280 characters designed to make positivity louder, make soft skills cool. We got gratitude, kindness, patience. Always patient panda hanging out at my desk. Takes some time. Everything takes time. Got some common sense. Oh, common sense. Cal took a nosedive. Come back, bro. Common sense Cal hangs out with me. These are the Macy's minis. Still available probably on eBay or something like that. Or if you find a Macy's, they might be in a clearance section right now. That's how I got mine, actually, to be honest. This was given to me by Keith. K-Save brought this to me in Kansas City. Really appreciate that. I was looking for the Adventurous Astronaut. That's one of my favorites. And yeah, please subscribe to that new YouTube channel. Gonna be building out a lot of stuff there, and pretty soon, some of the streams are going to be exclusive to that channel, so you don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss it. Alright, back to this. Let's do some inking. Get into inks. That's the smooth train brush. Thanks all for watching. Stay high, and before you leave, just say hello. What's up? People pop in and out over on Instagram and TikTok. Welcome. I'm drawing the daily comic strip for VeeFriends here. Thanks for following. We get a lot of new followers over on TikTok, and I appreciate your support of the comic strip and VeeFriends as a whole. Actually, really, how was VCON? Keith, the highlight of my Kansas City trip was also meeting you. I think so. No offense to anyone else. Met a lot of other people, but Keith's awesome. How was my VCON? It was very good. It was very good, very busy, but I enjoyed again being able to walk around and meet people. I'll try to meet as many, VeeFriends as possible. VeeFriend family, VFam, fans. Hate to call it fans. That sounds really pretentious. Family, VFam. If I could draw for everybody, I would. That's for sure, but there's only so many hours in a day and mental energy. I got up 5 o'clock in the morning out there. Did some sketch cards in my room. Felt like old school Comic-Con days. I was doing that back in Comic-Con days. I would do that. But that's kind of what I was, I could have went and worked on comics and been a little bit more ahead, but I called an audible on myself, and I just said, I think it's more important now that we're together with people that I do as much impact personally as I possibly can on the ground. So that's what I did. Originally I had planned to be like, okay, I'm gonna do my time and then I'm gonna go work on some comics somewhere, but it just made sense to be in conversation with so many people. And it was hot, but it's okay. It didn't really bother me so much. I met some guys from, one guy stopped me and he's like, "Are you DJ?" And you're like, "Oh, I love the comics, man." And they're talking to me. It was over by the artist, or the Gary's garage sale area. These fellas stopped me and they're like, "Hey, can we get a picture?" And the one guy was like sheepishly asking, like, "Hey, I know you're probably busy, but could you just draw me a little humble hedgehog?" And I'm like, "Okay, come over here." And so I just grabbed a table and started drawing there for him. And at some point in the conversation, and sorry guys, I forget your names, I can see your faces. We'll know each other in the future, I'm sure. I said, "Yeah, I used to live down in the desert 10 years out there, down at Desert Hot Springs." And he was like, "No way!" And they were from down there. And so we dabbed it up and hugged it up. And yeah, man, I went to Palm Springs High School and lived out in the desert for 10 years. So, Desert Hot Springs, back in the 90s. That's where I was before I moved back to Pennsylvania. Much cheaper to live in Pennsylvania, especially when you're a young man. But that was super cool. Small world. Small world. They knew all the places I was talking about. I'm like, "Oh yeah. Oh yeah." I'm your favorite person to listen to in the morning. That's amazing. Always nice to hear that. Yeah, Kansas City was a few months ago. Collecticon, Kansas City Collecticon. Got a sticker from Kansas City Collecticon. When we go to shows, they often will make a special sticker just for that show. So I got one of those. But met Keith there, met Austin, Green Beans. Dom. Gotta tap out and do some journaling. Good man. We'll see you soon, bro. Have a good day. Thanks for checking in. Reminder to fill your minds up with something good in the morning rather than something bad. That's what I do. I'm lucky that I have art and VeeFriends. But if I weren't drawing and waking up thinking about VeeFriends, I'd definitely be waking up reading some books and something like that. I wouldn't wake up and watch the news usually. So I'm not saying, when I say that, I don't mean not to stay informed and to keep your head in the sand. And I'm just saying, like, there's so much stuff out there that's designed to, upset you, get you fired up. And when I meet people, I'm like, that are so fired up about something, and they're like, "Aren't you outraged too?" And I'm like, man, I can't do that. It makes me feel like junk. Just like when we say to remove negative people from your life, or limit the people, right? So Gary says it all the time. I say it. It's in Stoicism too. It's like, you gotta, if you're surrounding yourself, you gotta be around the people that you want to be like. And if you don't know them personally, then you just gotta have them on repeat on a YouTube channel or something like that, Like, you gotta have those go-to people. A lot of people have self-help gurus that they listen to, Tony Robbins and Lewis Howes and stuff like that. Gary's probably up there. Gary was definitely on my list of people to listen to back in the day. The old Daily V. Heck yeah, man. I love that. Love the Daily V book and all the original content that Gary put out. Just like he said at the keynote, he's like, you know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to say. This is really, that made me laugh too when Gary said that on his keynote. Like, you know what I'm going to say. If you know my content, you know what I'm going to say. That's funny to me because at some point somebody said like, hey, you're going to get some time with Gary. I was like, and I get a lot more time than most people with Gary. So, like, well, what question would you ask Gary? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I know what he'll say. I do. I kind of have his like, it's like a mental, what would Gary do? He just kind of like the hologram of Gary's like kind of living in my head, you know, like, because I've listened to him for so long. He's in my council. That's what we call it, like your inner council. When I had this one time alone with Gary, so any questions for me? And I'm like, when do you pee? And he laughed. I was like, man, it's not good for you. Like, I'm concerned for his kidneys. I'm concerned for his kidney health. That's what's up. I'm more concerned about, or I'm more curious about that kind of stuff. Like, dude, you gotta pee. I see him drink coffee and stuff during the day, and I'm like, but I never see him get out of that office to go pee. Bro, guys, tell Gary to pee. Oh my goodness. And then I said something like, you'd have been a good nurse, because I knew nurses. You know, I said this before on the stream. I know Megan. Someone said about teachers having good bladders too. But I know because I would go to Comic Cons and whatnot, and I would sit at the table all day and never leave my table. I wouldn't eat. I would drink, water or coffee or something, and at the end of the day, I'd go have a meal or whatever. And then my wife was like, that's not healthy, man. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, it's all good. It's all good. But at some point in my life, I did get kidney stones. Just randomly. And that sucked. That was the complete worst thing that's ever happened. I don't forget it. And after that, I stopped doing a lot of stuff and my coffee and that, and that. It's a Pittsburgh thing. And that. Coffee and that. Yins. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Zig Ziglar. Oh, Sally, Zig Ziglar. Came to your elementary school in 1980. I've only seen his stuff. A lot of those guys follow Zig. They just repeat a lot of things Zig said. And yeah, indeed. Daily V dads. Yeah, I've said it before, but sometime today I'm gonna figure out. I gotta go here in a minute, but I'm gonna figure out some nighttime streams next week. Just 2. I'll try 2. Give some two evening stream times. 8 o'clock p.m. streams. 8 o'clock Eastern time streams. Just to test it out, and then we'll be back in the morning as well. 3 days next week. It's a good time to test. It's a good time to test that out. And I feel good about it. I don't know what days yet. I gotta figure that out. I'm thinking Monday night. Let's figure it out together right now. Let's do it right here. Alright? So if Monday night I was at 8 p.m. Let me get the other brush. Monday night, 8 p.m. And then Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I want to do a morning stream on 8. I don't want to do a nighttime stream on that day. So we'll do the other nighttime stream at 8 p on Thursday. 8 p Thursday. Let me think this through. Do I want to do 8 p on Monday or 8 p on Tuesday? I tell you what, let's just keep it to 8 p.m. on Monday, and we'll do 8. Yeah, okay, this will work. Thinking about other things that might come up. 8 a.m. 8 a.m. So Monday and Thursday we'll do 8 p.m. streams, and then these 3 days will be a.m. streams. Okay. That way Monday I can kind of wake up and work directly on some stuff to kick off my week. And I'll see you in the evening on a Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, same thing. I could probably attack the morning differently. And then no one, Friday night I want to be able to, I got to balance it out a little bit. So I have a personal life too, I will remind people, I'm going to make a graphic of some kind. I'm going to tell the team. I just made this up right now. I don't know. I'm just making up the stream time. I also want to make sure it doesn't interfere with anything else. Irregardless, if I choose to do those times and it's overlapping something else, and I don't want to compete with I don't want to compete with Fanatics Live or anything like that. So I will double check that. But if that should be the case, I will stream only on VeeFriends Comics YouTube channel. I'll put notes out all over my socials about what I'm doing, and I'll get that locked in today. Let's do one last opening of the comics, or the minis. Again, if you wouldn't mind heading over to Instagram, finding this comic, and saying that you watched the stream today. Any kind of thoughts? Say you watched me drawing live. This is our 3 monkeys. You can read this rest of this comic over on the Instagram today. Let's open up this last mini, see who we got in here, and then we're going to take off. And got some other meetings to attend to today. And oh wow, I got a gold balanced beetle, dude. That is sick. That's my favorite one so far. Wow. All right. It even beats the fairy for me. With the challenge brings the change. Gold balanced beetle. Let's go. All right, guys. I'll be back tomorrow, 8 a.m. I'll see you back here tomorrow, 8 a.m. And then I'll put out that schedule too for next week. We'll figure that out so that we have some evening streams next week for people. And yeah, it does look really good, doesn't it? It's like really cool. Really cool. Well, it's going to see me. It's going to focus on me. The gold balanced beetle. Too bad I didn't pull that gold Gary B, that solid gold, like real gold. Unbelievable. All right, taking off. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow, 8 a.m. See ya. Thanks for watching everywhere. Check a real quick sweep. Saw you pulled my grateful note earlier too. Yeah, I did. Bisexual barista, I did. Pulled that gratitude note. Have a great day, everybody. We will see you soon. Carrying Camel, what's up? Good to meet you at VCON, man. Always good. Well, I met you before, but always good to see you. See you guys soon, and see you tomorrow.